Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. We're live here with Coach Gail Wallach, the head coach of the women's lacrosse, and that's just something you don't usually see or hear about in North Alabama is women's lacrosse. No. But we was talking to Taylor about Coach the SID, Taylor Flatt, and I said, these girls have got to be like just meaner than heck to play lacrosse. I mean, no matter where you're up there, up north or down here, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Southern girls like to go to hockey games to watch it fight. So yeah. I'm sure Southern boys would like to go watch a lacrosse game to see some elbows.
Yeah, I'd like to see some elbows.
So drop the hammer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We were talking a little bit off air, and congratulations on all the success.
Thank you.
Phenomenal. We were talking to Taylor. We were talking about how there aren't any lacrosse teams down here, especially girls, right?
For sure.
So you're having. How hard is it for you to have to go out and recruit these young ladies? Not only convince them to come here to play, but then you got the academic part of it as well, which is pretty tough.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the academic part of it makes it the easier part for me.
Really,
kind of goes hand in hand. Okay. Women's lacrosse players are usually, have the grades a little bit more focused, a little bit smarter, I guess you could say, higher test scores. I think the toughest part for me is convincing a kid from the Northeast to come to Alabama.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
Well, there's so many.
Well, how you get out of that cold, though?
I agree, but when you say, they only know what they see on TV and movies,
Yeah.
they like, we seen Forrest Gump. That's just the way it is. I mean, but that's a true story. You say that.
At least they didn't say deliverance.
Yeah, true, right.
Yeah, don't tell them about that.
They're a little too young for that movie.
That's true. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. They can watch Sweet Home Alabama. What's that? Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, they seen it. And I think the weather great. I mean, I have girls from 14 different states. Canada.
I was going to ask the farthest state away. Would it be Canada?
California.
California, it'd be a little further.
Yeah.
So all right. So going back to that, 14 different states and Canada. Mm-hmm. Is it? And I know when you're on a team, man, you're on a team, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of gets tight. But is it hard sometimes to mesh all the different personalities, and everybody does something different for
or is that an advantage that you
I think by starting the program and creating it with my own team in those first 2 years, those groups, and I usually when you take over a program or you get a new job, you're taking over a program, you have to deal with someone else's baggage and issues that were going on. I didn't have that, so I got to spend some time really recruit these girls, and all they knew were each other. So I think that has made it a tighter team for sure, and that equates to wins for us.
Speaking of time, how long has the program been going on here at UAH?
We're 4 years. We're starting year 5 right now.
Okay.
So last year we graduated our first class.
Nice.
We had 15 girls in that first class, and they all were seniors last year. We won the conference championship last year after going every single year and falling short. Yeah, but anyway, that was kind of a bittersweet moment for them because they started the program, and then when they got to finish, they got to win that championship.
Awesome.
So that's
a great story. It really is.
And honestly, the facilities here, if these facilities were in the Northeast or anywhere, I mean, the fields. They've had so much emphasis on soccer in the past that the fields should just be tailor-made for lacrosse to come in.
Well, lacrosse is played on turf.
Is it played on turf?
Yes, it's played on turf. So
I didn't realize that.
It is played on turf, and we don't have it, and that kind of changes things.
I see.
But every all the programs play on turf, so that's an adjustment for a lot of high school girls who come here not playing on turf, and also with the weather here and the way it rains and getting used to that Alabama winter, tornadoes, January through March, which is our season.
You never know. One day it's 70 degrees, next day it's 40 degrees.
No, exactly, and that's the tough part. So when I have big recruiting weekends and I have all these girls from the Northeast and it's February, I'm like praying to God it's one of those 65, 70, and not a 35. So
tornado days. Yeah, we're at home for this.
Yeah, we just what's those sirens are? That's nothing. You're
don't pay attention. It's just tests, testing. But you said it's played on turf. Do you have turf here anywhere, access to it, or do you have to play on grass?
Well, we this year, we relied on a lot of indoor. We play in the gym. We practice in the gym. We practice in the fitness center. We practice wherever we can. But this year, with they built some new turf fields downtown in Huntsville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So you play off campus.
So we're going to do that this year for the first time.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's going to be great.
Good for Huntsville.
It's not
No, it's
far.
nice.
I mean, and it promotes us more, and we'll be playing amongst all the soccer teams there.
Yeah.
But it's really cool because we get to play on turf, and that means doesn't matter what the weather is, doesn't matter what we're doing, and we can. It's more.
And you never know. All those soccer players might turn around, look on y'all's field, and go, that looks interesting. I might want to get involved in that or something.
Exactly.
So are you able to recruit any? I mean, we know, like I said, we have taught some James Clemens girls that play lacrosse. So are you able to recruit any local?
No, they're just, I mean, because all of those girls, I do have 2 Alabama girls on my team, one from here and one from Birmingham. They don't start playing until they're in 9th, 10th grade. So they are far behind from what, the rest of the country
now,
is.
how big is the league? How many schools?
We have 6 in the conference, so we have a pretty extensive travel schedule.
Yeah,
Gulf South Conference. Gulf
South Conference,
as well.
yeah.
It's easy for me to say.
So 6 teams, and we only play each other once, so that gives us 12 out of conference games. We travel to Florida a lot because the Sunshine Conference is they're the second best conference in the country. So we travel there a few times. We play all those schools because we want to continue our regional ranking.
So how far South Florida do you go?
We go to Tampa, Rollins, just all right around there. St. Leo, all of those guys.
Sweet.
Florida Southern. We're going up to New York this year to play some Northeast teams.
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
real quick,
Those are
for those
definitely
that may not know much about lacrosse, one thing, I love to watch it. I love the game. I think there's no way I don't think growing up I would have wanted to play it because
you got too mad. I know
I would
you
have got too mad.
I know you. I know you.
running down the field with and then people popping at my arms trying no. I mean, honestly, I'd be.
That's probably why the sport is not as big down here.
But yeah, just a few of the rules and explain like the.
Yeah, that's always the interesting thing down here. A lot of people, you see it on TV because it's played on ESPN.
Right.
There's a pro men's league, a pro women's league for the first time, so you can see it. But I say it's a little combination of hockey for sure because you sub on the fly, you're in and out. You have positional players, you have your attackmen, you
Speaking
have your
of players, there they go.
There's 2 of my seniors.
Hit them in the head with a stick, girl.
Working out before the season starts. I love it. So there's, you have defensemen, you have attackmen, you have middies. So there's a lot of change in what goes on.
Do you have enforcers?
We have enforcers for sure. Hey, when you get that stick in your hand, you kind of feel a little powerful that you wouldn't if you were playing just soccer, because you got something hard and big in your hand. You're like, I could do something with this. And I think, there's some restrictions. We don't wear as many pads as the men's game does because we can't hit as hard, but it's full contact. I mean, men's and women's lacrosse are like the second and third most concussion sports in the NCAA.
Wow.
So it happens. It happens.
And and God bless the goalies, man.
Absolutely.
I don't know how they do
ripping
it.
at them, man.
It takes something special for someone to be a goalie because you don't have the only pads you have on are a chest protector and a helmet. That's it. So you get hit in the arms if the shins. I mean, it's just it's crazy. But it does take a special person. Those guys get beat up a little bit, but they do a good job.
The ball is almost like a baseball, right?
It is. It's the size of a baseball. It's hard. It has a little bit of a rubber coating on it. But
it's just enough to leave a bruise. That's a deep bruise. Yeah.
It will get you. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of intricate rules that go with it, but it's full contact. Our attackmen have bruises all up and down their arms just from the shaft back and forth. So, it's fun. You got to be fast. A lot of running. You average between about 4 and 5.5 miles a game.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's
sprinting miles.
Yeah. Maybe not so much the attackmen. They're a little on the lazier side. They just like to score goals, but that's okay. The more goals we score, the more games we win. So let's do that.
Well, Coach, we got to cut it off. We got some more folks in the wings. Thank you so much,
This
Coach
has been
Gail.
awesome.
This has been awesome for us. Coach Gail Wallach, women's lacrosse coach here at UAH, and I'm telling you what, this is great conversations this morning.
We got to come watch a game.
We got to come watch a game.
You have to come watch a game.
For real. Well, it's time to take a quick break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.